Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatchTicks.com. We've got a fun watch today that hits a really nice sweet spot. I think you're going to like this one. It's called the Sports Smartwatch, and it's coming to us from ROGBID. Now, we've seen some really good watches in the past from these guys, and this one, the Tank M3, is a ruggedized, hardened, extra large, extra long life watch, coming to us at about $50, lower with a discount coupon in the show notes directly from their website, or you can hop over to AliExpress. Sure enough, they've got an official store over there, roughly the same, about $45. Again, with coupon discounts, you can drop the price lower. Appreciate it if you use our links, because that helps us out here at the channel. In terms of what we've got in it, this is the original, the Tank M3, a 1.85-inch AMOLED screen. Hello, you heard that? Yeah. With a long battery life. Wait till you see it. Bluetooth calling, military spec 810H certification. You've got Bluetooth 5 on here, so right memory and ROM for holding some watch faces and stuff. IP68, of course, ties in with the MIL standard, so you got definite waterproofing on this one. A 710 milliamp hour battery, pure cobalt. That gives you what? Would you believe 100 days of standby? You could charge this watch maybe 4 times a year? Yeah, 10 to 15 days of daily use, of course. 75 days of standby, but on their website you'll see they've upped it to 100. And it does have always on display, 2 to 3 days. Of course, it'll run the battery down quicker. You use the Defit app. We've seen a lot about that one. We'll show it to you again. Here's the chips and basic information. Multifunction, voice assistant, answer calls, those kinds of things. You've got the Bluetooth chipset for this one, and 100 different sport modes if you want as well. Lots of languages supported too. Let's get into it. Inside the box now, we've got a nice presentation cover, and then the watch is all put together with a special cover over the watch face itself. When you peel this off, you reveal a really super large screen. Exquisite craftsmanship in the design of the body. We've got a cover over the electronics on the back. 2-pin charger. Wow, look at all of this. Contoured very nicely. These are actual buttons on the side with a nice big round knob. Further down, we've got the 2-pin connector we talked about. USB, and it holds pretty decent. It's a bit of a heavy watch with that heavy battery in there, but yeah, it does good. It does all right. And then we've got a little manual in here as well, and when we pop it open, it's in a variety of languages. So we'll start at the top, and I believe our English goes straight across. So you have a lot of different ways of displaying the apps on here, how you basically charge it. The phone call process, you can set this up, of course, for Bluetooth calling. You can put in custom dial faces in here if you want to. See your daily workout data and sleep monitoring. Those screens are all available. Again, some more information on heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, exercising. You got pictures and description. I'm going quickly, but if you want to read any of this, just freeze your frame and zoom in on it. Weather, camera capability, and all these other different functions as well. And finally, frequently asked questions on this watch. You also have a screen protector that you can install, and it's a big one, and that comes free in the box. I think it's time we play with it, don't you? Of course, the big knob on the side, long press and hold, is how we turn this one on. Give it a couple of moments. It just vibrated, and it pops right into the same watch face, by golly, that you saw on the little cover here. Yeah, I like that one, so I figured we'll start with that one. It's their stock watch face, but if you like another one, you can simply twist the dial. And check these out. They're great. You've got the world here and an analog and a digital clock. You've got heart rate, temperature when you sync it with the app on there, step count, Lots of nice detail and super edge-to-edge appearance. I'm starting with the watch face, guys, because this is one of the biggest selling points of this huge screen. This is good for medium-sized to large-size arms. So, guys, this is the one. And it's really brilliant. AMOLED screen, full edge-to-edge. This is one of the custom watch faces downloaded from the Defit app, but I want to show you that one. I really do. Now, you know, I don't shoot in 4K or 8K or super high resolution. There's no sense in you seeing the dirt under my fingernails. So I keep it at fairly low resolution on this channel. But even so, look at that. The details in these watch faces is amazing. It's got the automatic timeout, twist your wrist to see the time when you have that set up. And the bands themselves are really nicely designed as well. Yeah. So let's give it a go. When you swipe down, you get into all the different controls. Do not disturb your overall brightness, and it's got a seriously great range. Look at that. Really nice and dim at night. You can go to bed with this on, and it won't disturb you that much. You can go super bright, and outside, you got nits all over the place. You can easily see it outdoors as well. And check out the contrast between the black and the white. This is true AMOLED. So you got everything you want in an oversized watch face here, too. Very, very nice. Flashlight capability, full brightness, and of course you can turn it off and on and then leave it if you want to. This is for you NFC junkies. You got the e-card kind of thing you can put in here. Maybe it's a QR code. Anyway, this is where you can exchange your social media stuff. Don't really use that a lot, so I don't play with it too much. Here's your Bluetooth link, your power level overall, and then your settings, which get you into display, where we already looked at brightness. You can auto-lock this puppy if you want to. The different watch faces, which we've looked at, and we'll flip over to, this is the custom one that you can put your own picture in. You do all that inside of the app. And then we're back to the rocket ship one, right? This is in settings, display, watch faces. Now your menu view, you can get to this a variety of different ways, but just to show you, you've got list and a grid, minimalist. Finally, they're giving us names for these. Levels, parallel, surface, okay, crescent to the left, full moon from below, helm, honeycomb, and back to list. So, if you wanted to, you can press this top button and switch through them dynamically and see what they look like here. So that's a nice feature too. And when you come around back to the list, we're right here. So that's two ways that you can get into this, and this was all coming to us from our settings, which in this case we activated from up here. I hope I'm not going too fast for you. This is all in display, brightness, watch faces, menu. The quick view is to twist your wrist to see the time. You can turn it on and off right from the watch, which is really nice to have. Vibration and ring, you can have whatever you'd like for your calls. If you wanted to just vibrate, nothing at all, or both of them. And intensities of soft and strong. Now I know you can't really hear that, but it's not so much more intense as it is a little longer. This I'd say is short and this is long. Short's fine for me. It gets my attention. Do not disturb. You can turn it on and off here or from swiping down. There's audio Bluetooth. So when you're paired for phone calls, you can also pair for audio streaming from your phone, which we'll play in a moment. Your low power mode's on here. There you can turn the phone call on and off. So it'll call and ring, and you can talk from your watch with it off. It'll do it on your phone and not on your watch. You can phone reset everything, your basic system for restarting it, power off, and resetting the whole watch to factory default. And then about tells you the version is the M3, the actual Tank M3 to be specific, and a QR code for downloading the Defit app, although I'll have a link for you in the show notes and recommend you pull it down from there. And it's springtime. I hope you're hearing the rooster out there. He's a happy camper because the sun has come back out again over here. Love this studio. Here we go. We got the watch faces. We did this. When we go to the left, we get this page, which is interesting. You can talk to your Siri or Google from here, right? Just a swipe and touch. You can get into settings, your blood oxygen, heart rate, all kinds of things. And then this gets you directly into all of your apps, which it would have been the same thing as tapping that button right there. And that's all you have there on that page. So it's kind of like the pull-out half page, but it's a full page. When you go this way now, we've got the overall activities in kind of a completion mode for all of your step count, calories burned, distance traveled, I presume. There's your exercise if you're doing them over 60 minutes or towards 60 minutes. Your 24-hour step count is there. This is your last 7 days, actually, by the calendar days. And then your 24-hour steps are here as well. So you got good detailed data right on the watch of your activity. Your sleep information, total hours, and when you went to bed and when you woke up. Very interesting night last night. Some really incredible dreams. You see the pink? REM. I have never had that much dream activity. Oh man, I was flying. It was great. I mean, I could go up on the ceiling, and there was a concert I was at, and it's like those commercials you see when they take the drones through, only I was doing it, and I could control it. Lucid dreaming. I love this watch. No, not that it gave it to me, but I mean, I experienced it and it captured it, at least in terms of the sleep time. Heart rate information. There's your current one. You tap it, you can start taking a measurement. Maximum and minimum. There's the 24-hour heart rate, and it shows you your heart rate zones. Typical kind of stuff. Blood pressure. Again, these biometrics, you got to check them against your calibrated equipment to see if it's accurate for you. And here's the last 7 days records that it's accumulating, or last 7 records of your testing. And then blood oxygen. By the way, when we tap this one, get it started, it does use the red diodes. Green diodes are used for everything else, and as we know, red diodes does great in terms of better accuracy for blood oxygen. You have stress level on this one. This is kind of a factor of heart rate variability, which is the space between your heartbeats that you get when you get your pulse. Ooh, I touched it. And so it's trying to do that now with the green diodes. Says it's not on properly, which it's not. There's the last reading. Here's your max and minimum. And here you go. You've got stress throughout the day. So if you're one of those kind of folks that like you feel like you're getting stressed, you can check it. And you can do some mindful meditation or take a break or whatever you need to do. Try to keep it under that 50% level and improve your overall range. You see you've got really relaxed down here at 1 to 30. 30 to 60 is kind of the middle, normal. And then you start getting high and higher still until you're above 80%. If you peaking up at 80 and it's hitting that orange display here, take a break. Do yourself a favor. It probably shortens your life to have too much stress. Weather, set it up for the city you want. Fahrenheit or centigrade, forecast, sunrise, sunset. Wonderful. Great displays here. Rain, sun, temperatures. They're getting ready for the Spring Festival early February over in China right now. So good that it has great weather over there. Then you got the integrated player. Now, sadly, you're not controlling the volume directly here with a slider, but I do have some music queued up so you can check out what the speaker sounds like. It's right here. Now, of course, this doesn't have to be music. This could be news that you're streaming, a podcast, whatever you have queued up on the phone. Bluetooth connects over here. Hit the play, and there you go. And that's coming out of the watch. Give us some music here. You can hear it there. So rich, nice, good bass. Volume, there you go. We've got the volume control on it. What did I do to bring that up? Huh. Did I go up, down? I don't know. Can we change the volume with this? I turned it over. And somehow we got the volume to come up on there. So it is possible. I'm just not sure what tactic we use. That's the player. And then finally over here in favorites, you can add all kinds of other things. You can do your phone calling. If you do that frequently, you can put that on as one of these. You got the remote shutter. your exercise, which we get to from this bottom button, your messages, which I think we get to scrolling up. You got a stopwatch, time, countdown timers, and alarms. All of those, any of those, you could actually add to the list, and you can change the order of all of these as well. So robust watch with lots of potential. Let's finish our tour. Swiping up, like I said, will get you to messages, or you can get a card made for it if you want to. We looked at that direction already in that way. So we go into the buttons. When you tap the top button, it goes back into your app drawer in the style that you've chosen, I believe. If we choose that one, we leave it, we tap it again, it comes back into that one. So it remembers what you were doing. When you're back at the watch face, tap that, turns it off, tap and hold. We'll set it up so you can shut the watch off if you want to, which you don't even really need to since you get such a long life with it. And the bottom one, we haven't seen any of these yet, are the different exercises, walking, running. You have over 100 of them. We don't have GPS specifically in this watch, but you can tie it to the Defit app, take your phone with you, and get the kind of tracking that you need if you want to get that accurate in your activities. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And, of course, you can open categories, and in those categories you can open other stuff as well. And being IP68, it's a swimming watch, so all of these are included with it as well. You sold yet? It's getting pretty good, isn't it? Let's see, we want to get back out of here and back out of here. All right. When you double tap any of these, nothing specific, this changes all of your layout but stays in that mode, and home just flips you back to off again. And of course, twisting the knob will change to any of the different watch faces in here. Now, to take a run through of all of the apps, you've got your basic activity. We've seen all these already. Your phone call area where you can set that stuff up, which includes recent calls, dial pads, and contacts. You've also got heart rate and stress, last night's sleep, blood pressure, blood oxygen, the exercise routines you get from pressing here, and records, if you've recorded any of them, will be here. There's the weather, messages, remote shutter, the music player. You see all that stuff. We got all different ways of showing it. Your AI voice for Siri or Google, and it'll speak back to you from your phone. Timers, alarms, stopwatches, ladies, period tracking, flashlight, calculators. Yeah, there's even Alipay in this if you're in China. And then in settings, well, we saw all of those settings before. So let's take a look at the Tethering app and how they work together. Oh yeah, these are the quick release removable bands on this too. And here it is, our good old friend Defit. A lot of different watches use this one. When you're in the Google Play Store, you're looking for this kind of icon. I started to tell you about that because sometimes we have apps that have the same name but different icons, different vendors that make them, and it's good to use the picture for the reference to make sure you're getting the right one. In this case, there's only one Defit. After you've downloaded it, installed it, set up your account, and got everything going, linking to the device, and then you can land in this home page. We skip all that. It's pretty self-explanatory and quick to do. When we're here, you've got these different places you can go to, your overall step count showing you your total and a graph of your breakout. Turns out it's in yards, calories, and minutes. Interesting. Activity over the last week, 7 days performance, and then this is the app that gives you these graphs that show you how you're doing compared to other people, as if Facebook doesn't do that enough for you already. Here's your last night's sleep time. This is where I'm having so much fun. Deep, light, rapid eye, and awake, and wow. Okay, fall asleep, wake up time. It's not sensitive to show you the exact breakdown, but it does show you the graph. And huge REM. Half my night was I'd still be there if I could, and I'm going to tonight. I think I'm on to something new. It's really fun. Sleep quality score for all of that, 94 this time. You can tell I'm a little hyped and excited today, can't you? Here's the average heart rate. It shows you that. And then last 7 days trend, and where I rank against people on how early I go to sleep, how early I got up, and how many people slept less than me. if you like those statistics. Then you got heart rate, and this is your instantaneous one. You can take a reading right here. It'll give it to you right there. You also have your continuous heart rate, and it shows you what it looks like here. And I've had it all the way on until I got ready for the review and packed it back up. It dropped to 0, and now it's back on my arm, and you can see it's starting to do its reading again. Tells you where your breakout is in terms of how many hours and minutes you're in specific zones. And I'm practically living in light. I love that. I'm sedentary to the max, but sometimes I do get up here when I'm able to get out and get some workout going. Blood pressure, there's your reading. You can take a measurement down here, see your last 7 days trends. And by the way, up here, you can go in and get your exact readings on any of these, okay? And then when you go into here, it's telling you the same basic stuff again. Then you've got blood oxygen, same kind of thing up there, your total, your last 7-day trends, and an online measurement. Stress is the fun one. This is where you get the stress evaluation. Not a lot of watches do this, but the ones that use Defit generally do. And you've got that, and you've also got this where you can go back in the calendar and check your previous days easily. Then you've got the stress ratio and your last 7 times, and you can measure it instantly from here too. And then ladies, you got your period. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here we are. And you can do your settings here. It needs this kind of information. Whoop, there you go. To run with the data, and I don't see it on the watch, but you can definitely check it out here in the app. And where you are in that cycle stuff. Weight is for you to put in personally. You put in your own data and it'll show here. So if you're on a weight loss program, you can update it periodically and see how you're tracking with all of that. And that's everything from the home page. This gets you into the workout and class section. Now, classes are these different streaming audio and video programs that you can play, and they're free. So why get a subscription to Fitbit, right, when you can get these kind of things right off of the app? Workout now is where you can actually do the workout tracking I was talking about. And when you go in there, you get a GPS map, Google map, and with your location on it, and of course your track as you're doing a walking, running, cycling, those kind of activities that invoke a distance movement type thing. Now, the next tab is for the actual device itself. The Tank M3 right here from ROGBID. You can remove it, you can leave it, and it shows you your power level. Guys, I've had it on like 4 or 5 days, and it dropped to about 80%. And I just threw it on the charger for the few minutes I was getting ready for doing the review, and it popped it back up to 96. So fast recharge and long battery life. You don't hear that at the same time you hear somebody say AMOLED and 1.8 inch. They just don't go together, but they've managed to do that with this one. Notifications, find your device, all the typical stuff. Others is where you can set your time format units, languages, how long your time delay is before it locks or closes the watch down. You can get daily quotes if you want to, the twist your wrist. You can set a valid period for it in the app if you don't want it to disturb you in the evening. You can control your music as you see, scene modes, all sorts of different things in here. There's where the weather setup is and your health information that you can turn on or off, your reminders, lots of different capabilities. Your tracking for the cycles, including the calendar, which we already saw, and even a hygiene assistant on this one. And you can reset everything if you'd like to as well. Finally, there's you. Now, you is your profile. This is where you set up your card and your name and your all the stuff and parameters. You can set your goals in here in terms of overall steps and tie it into Google Fit if you'd like to as well, and basically about the app. So remember, it's the Defit app. So there it is, the ROGBID Tank M3. I'm very impressed. The build quality is exceptional. It's really an attractive watch. The size is huge. The edge-to-edge screen AMOLED can't be beat. It's a very, very nice watch with long battery life. This could be a daily driver for most folks that have a medium to large size wrist. It's definitely out there. You don't miss this one. You can see it from a distance. And the ability to install at least one custom face out of 100, 200 faces is a great idea as well. So I'd say, yeah, if you like it, go for it. For about $50 or less, it's definitely a decent watch. And you can pick it up directly from ROGBID themselves on their website. The Tank M3, literally around $50. Again, I should have a coupon discount for you. You could pick it up through AliExpress as well at the ROGBID official store. Right now, about $45. And again, there's usually coupon discounts through these guys as well. Any which way you do it, I think it's a good deal for the price for sure. It's the Tank M3. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.